All right, what's up, my Tascam 2488 Neo Hippies? It is Paige Anderson, and I am here with another live. I got a question via my email. That's PaigeAndderson@gmail.com. Someone asking me about the outputs for the vocals. So I thought I'd do that one for you while working on this piece of the song. Now, and I'm going to also do a fade out for you so that you'll know the best practice for that one too, because your man has tried them all and I found one that works pretty well. So first things first. When you are on your vocal track and you want to output your vocals to either just the main effects and or the vocal processor, you can do that. Now, the way that this process works is you're going to hit edit and vocal, right? Once you hit edit and vocal, you are in the vocal effects thing. You have your multi effects here. I have a delay running with very little wetness on it, and that's kind of just the way I like to work. But then you can go through all of these different ones. Make sure you have it switched on, and I chose a delay, and this is how I have my delay set up. Just go through those, or just a few of them, not very many. And then we'll just get over to the wetness there, right? And I have the level. You see all of that. Now let's go back. I am running a delay here, okay, on this main vocal. If you're going to preview a track and you don't want to just hold down the pad, just hit shift and
she had pretty green eyes with a big wide
the
smile.
pad.
A mother's child.
And to stop it, you just hit shift and play, and that stops your sample. Now, if you listen real good, you'll hear that it's a very faint delay, 250 on one side and 750 on the other. So, you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll do it. I'll go ahead and then I'll fix it back later. I'll go ahead and increase the wetness so that you can hear it for those who may not be able to hear it. Increase it 10%. All right, so now I'm going to do it again. You press shift and whatever pad you're going to work on.
She had pretty green eyes with a big wide smile. A mother's child. She was only my friend.
And the way that works with the drums, I'm just going to put the drums up. I'm going to take all the rest of this stuff out. Just keep the drums going. All right, so the way that works with the drums, you want the timing to be working together. So I'm just going to hit it right here.
Pretty green eyes with a big wide smile. A mother's child. She was only my friend.
Now, when it's that wet, which is just 10%, it can get annoying. So that's why I take it down to the lowest one before it's not so annoying. 1 is good for me, but I'll put it on 2 so that you guys could see the difference.
Pretty green eyes with a big wide smile. A mother's child. She was only my friend.
And I have most of the gain up on 8K, so it's not in anything's way at the low end, which I have very few things at the low end. I think a kick that has more snap on it than bounce, and more snap on it than bump. And then I have that bass guitar sound that I'm using in there. But if you want to use that vocal effect, you're gonna go ahead and do this, right? You're going to hit edit and vocal, and that will allow you to get into these effects. You can use any of these effects. You can have this vocal effect switched on or off, but you want it on. And then you can go to this compressor, for which I'm using this compressor, and that's over the whole vocal track. Okay, I'm using compressor, and I have it assigned to MFX. And the reason why is because you only have dry and MFX. So think of that when you're doing that. And remember, it's edit and vocal. And then you can get into designing your effect. All right. So let me move on. You can have a compressor running. You can have any of these 6 compressors running, and go ahead and test it. As long as you have assigned it to something, it's gonna, and switched it on, it's gonna work. No matter what, you can have, I think you can have them all on. I haven't tried that, but I'm pretty sure you can have them all on. Let's see. Yeah, you turn them all on and get the most squeezed out situation going. Yeah, so you can have them all on. I'm just gonna take this one off because you can try that on your own. All right. I just want to get everybody up to speed because I'm going to come through and I'm going to actually be working up here, and I'll have my my chat set up so that I can see the chat. And if there's questions or something that someone wants to learn, I'll stop what I'm doing. I'll get into that, show you what it is, and then do it 2 or 3 times and then get out of it. All right. That is what I'll do. Now, I keep on grabbing mouses, but I'm using this as a DAW, so I gotta get used to that again. All right, so exit. Now, when you want an effect on a certain pad like this one,
She had pretty green eyes with a big.
all right, so I hit edit and that pad, and now I'm on sample edit. I'm gonna click my value knob, and you can see I have my output assigned to the compressor. You can have that output assigned to the multi effects or the compressor. You're still going to get that
She
delay.
had pretty green eyes with a big wide smile.
You're still going to get that delay. But let's say this little rap part that I'm working on, or no, because that's too long. It takes too long to happen. But let's say this little rap part I'm working on for this girl to doing this song here. I don't have it on the multi effect or dry. I have it going through the vocal processor so that I could manipulate that. So the way you do that is, I'm gonna come out again, I'm gonna hit edit and that pad, and then I'm going to press my value knob down, and usually it'll be there at start, end. You'll have level, then pan. You'll go through to output assign, and you can assign it to the vocal processor. So look.
Dig if you will.
Right? And that, the way you check out your presets on the vocal processor is by hitting shift and on. I'm on the pop one now.
Dig if you will.
So you notice this
Dig if you will.
is different from this.
She had pretty green eyes.
So you have 2 options, right? So
dig if you will. The picture of your arms around me. I'ma give you more love than you ever could need tonight. We can start this thing for real, man.
Now, I'll show you that I'm not joshing you on this. Because look.
Dig if you will. The picture of your arms around me. I'ma give you more love than you ever could need tonight. We can start this thing for real, man. Walking to the...
Give me 1 second. My man Shades have jumped in the room. You know what? I could see if I could save a temp. I'm going to try that tonight and see if I can just put one up for you. Would you want me to put one up that I did, and then that way you can keep using that one, or you just want to do it for yourself?
Dig if you will. The picture of your arms around me. I'ma give you more love than you ever could need tonight. We can start this thing for real, man. Walk into the light and make a real plan.
So this I keep on giving this thing a whole lot of love because it deserves the love that I'm giving it. I use this thing a lot. I do. I mean, obviously you can see. But I use this thing a lot. I love this unit, and I have far better things that I can work with. And those things show me love instantly. But this thing, the more you work with it, the more love you start to get. This is not an MPC live or any MPC iteration at all. This is its own thing. And the part about it that makes it a little messy is the manual gives you the operation, but it doesn't give you a description and an understanding of what is happening when you do these things. Let me see. I'm gonna work that out tonight. I'm gonna check that out tonight, brother. And I'm working on our other song too. If you got another set of chords you want to sing your boy, go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll work that out tonight and see if we can if that's something we can do, because templates are in here, so they should be able to be saved. Because there they go, right there. Uh, so I'm gonna try it out. It's everything about this is I'm gonna try it out and then I'll show you tomorrow. But I love this doggone thing because I mean this alone, you know what I'm saying? And I've said this a lot. Just being able
She
to,
had pretty green eyes with a big wide smile.
it's getting closer. Like a couple more things that Roland has to do, and this could kill a doll. It really could. But because sound wise, it's amazing. If they could double these tracks for us, that would be that would give us what 14 melodic tracks and our drum tracks, kit tracks to deal with, and then a couple more things with the vocal. Just a couple more things with this vocal track, and everything will be fine. And once it's fine for me, just like right now, I'll make it fine for everybody who's interested.
Dig.
So the way I did that, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna hit edit and the pad. And then you're gonna be on take sample edit, and it usually starts at start. And then you can see I've eaten up this so much so that I can just
Dig if you
use what I need. You got level, pan, and then output assign. That's a thing it's in the manual. It just isn't written in a way that if you're brand new to something and you really want to just get into using it, you're not going to read the manual the way that you'll read it like 9 months later. There should be more description in the manual to tell you what things do. It's sort of like looking at, POS. It's like POS, what? Oh, processor. It's just better acronyms and shit. It would be so much easier. It would be so much easier. It would be so much easier. But let's get into the question at hand. David, because he said I can say his name. So David asked me how to assign his outputs because he'd been having problems. Now, I'm going to show you this because I think it's important. This vocal track, of course, has compressors and stuff on it, right? But the instrument tracks are designed a little bit better. See, hold on, let me get to. Okay, I'm sorry. Shift and instrument, right? So let me get to it. Look, track, level, pan, reverb, offset, delay, offset, and then you have switch on your EQ. You have all of this frequency range to deal with here in your EQ. And then your processor has post or pre. You know what I'm saying? So on the vocal track, you don't have that. It is what it is. But it's post or pre here, which is interesting that it wouldn't be on the vocal track. And then your compressor is right on these tracks. So like you can just turn to the next one and there you go. You got attack for your compressor, release, threshold, ratio, your knee, gain. These things are right on these tracks. Whereas this vocal track, where it would be more interesting to have that, it isn't that way. See right here, once I get to the end of my EQ, there's not an automatic compressor, but it's not like I don't have access to the compressor. It's just, it's not there for my taste. It's like, look at that. I can just do it here. And in my world, I tend to not compress my melodic tracks because I'll go in and edit everything so that I can keep dynamics and stuff. Once you start compressing things, you start squeezing it in and losing dynamics. I don't like to lose the dynamics. I like to just fix it in, edit. And you'll see that when I come on here and we really start working. I think this week I just wanted to make sure that people know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. Because the last time I came up here with that other song, I got so many emails saying, what the hell are you doing? I was lost. I couldn't tell what you were doing. So I want to get on here and in a scatterbrained way, show you things so that you just at least know how to get to those things and know how to do the things. Now, there is a fade out on here because this is the last thing I'm going to talk about. There is a fade out on here. I'm going to show you the best possible practice for this fade out because I've tested them all and I'll tell you right now, this is the best one for it. Okay. So you hit your fade out. You see that faded time, that anything from 5 down to 1 is fine. Anything from 6 to 10, not fine. Okay. So I'm just telling you that right away. It's not going to fade out. It's going to be holding out for reverbs and stuff. You want to fade. You want it to fade out. Now, I'm going to take you to the end of this song because this is the one I have up. But then you have, all right, I'm just going to put this at 4. Anyway, then you have your fade curve. I have been using EXP because that one has worked out for me, but there is LIN. I guess that's linear. I don't know, but that one's been working the best for me. And then my start offset, I put it at -25 because that has been working. That gives me a fade out. It doesn't, just end the song and I didn't get a fade at all. So, what would be the best practice for this? Let's see. Let me just save this as another name. Let's see. That way I can put like a 1 next to that. And then I could shorten the song without messing up all the stuff that I've already done to it. Okay, so we'll save this project as Too Close 1. Yeah, man. Yeah. 2 more tracks. Yeah, you know what? 2 more tracks. It doesn't even have to be 14. It doesn't have to double each one of these, which that would be cool too. But if they just made it 2 more down here, because that way you can play with that arpeggiator better. Up here, you can't really do it so well. But I'm going to shorten this. And I'm just going to... I don't want to hurt no more. Okay, so I'm going to... I don't want to hurt no. I'm going to make this one... And that one. All right, so we're going to do a quick fade out, and I'm going to show you the way that it actually works, and then I'm going to show you the way that it didn't work for me. All right, so let's get over here, fade out. All right, so all my stuff was saved. So that may be the way that I make the template. Just for giggles. Hold on, let me see something here. No. No. All right. Anyway, since that wasn't a quick thing, I'm just going to show you this. Now, when you do this, I don't know if I have anything down there, but when you do this, remember, this is the best practice for the fade out, okay? So I'm going to hit full mix, and we're going to... I don't wanna hurt the Lord, just can't believe that Hold on. Let me put all the instruments in. I don't wanna hurt the Lord, just can't. Okay, so let's do that. And then now let's go ahead and do our full mix. I don't wanna hurt the Lord, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt the Lord, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt the Lord, just can't believe.
She had pretty green eyes with a big wide smile, a mother's child.
I don't wanna hurt the Lord, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt the Lord, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt the Lord, just can't believe that I love you like I do. Okay, so you got a nice fade out that way, okay? I'm going to do it the other way and show you not so much, all right? So check it out. Let's go ahead to fade out. Oh, and the way I did that is shift and mastering, because in mastering you have access to the multi-band compressor, all of the EQ to tune the overall track. The limiter, I could show you what that does. Of course, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what it does, but on here, it does it so well. Because, all right, when you're doing EQ, if everything got louder, that's not always a good sign. But when you want to use a limiter, you know what I'm saying? You want it to get punchy. And on this thing, it gets punchy. You can, you don't have to do much. You don't have to. He said, oh, I have it on already, so let me turn it off. Even when I turn it off, you can just hear the mic is a little lower. All right, look. I don't wanna hurt the Lord, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. And look, the threshold's at -10, ceiling's at 1 dB. My release. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt the Lord, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt the Lord, just can't believe that I love you like I do. Okay, so now let's get to the other thing here, and then I'm gonna shut it down, and then we're gonna be caught up. I think today we're caught up. And tomorrow when I come on, I'm just going to come on. I'm going to be working. I'm going to be working. And if you have any questions, holler at your man. And that's the way it's going to go down. All right, so here we go. We're going back to our fade out. Now, I'm going to put the fade out time at, I'll just do nominal. I'll go ahead 8 instead of 10. And then I'm going to put this here, right? And I'm going to go the other way. I'm just good. Fifth. Nah. If you go this direction, you may have a lot of reverb that you're doing, and you might want to catch those reverb tails for whatever reason. But when you're going this way, you just want the bad boy to lower down, okay? You just want it to slowly get lower, and then the song's over. The manual doesn't explain that completely, and there's no video up here about that. So I'm telling you what that is. So we'll just do it this way. And this could be a best practice also, because I'm not going to really take it completely out because I don't waste anybody's time. But let me take one of these back. And that way we don't have to sit here for a whole minute to see it do the wrong thing. Okay, so let's get into the, let me check out my memory. It's okay. I keep on doing that because I wanted to. I don't wanna hurt, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt. So for me, that could work, but the other way worked better, especially when you have a song and it's going long. You want it to fade in such a way that it goes out and is done. Whereas when you do it the way that there's no information for you, you'll find that you're not getting what you want. I don't wanna hurt, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt, just can't believe that I love you like I do. I don't wanna get too. You see what I'm saying? It's not a fade out. It's just an off. But anyway, is what it is. More information about what those different items do would be greatly appreciated. But of course, it took us almost a year and something to get an update. So I'm living with what I have, and I'm making love with this thing every day. Now, let's go back through it. I'm gonna go back to my other one because load. And of course, I just read another email. You can, if if you wanted to, you could actually, Corey, I think that's your name. You could actually send. You could do it in the chat, and that way, I'll see it quicker because I'm trying to check emails And the same thing at the same time. The chat is right there. You can just drop it in the chat. Um, all right, so undo and redo. Let's go to song sections, and I'm just gonna put any sound here. And of course, to get to a sound, let's say I'm on instrument 2 like I am doing. To get to a sound, just click the value knob and then hit it again and then turn. Let's get a lead sound because a lead sound will be faster. All right. So let's say, because Shades has one that he showed too. So let's say I laid some crazy stuff. All right. So I'm just gonna go
1, 2, 3, 4.
all right, and I can't stand it. Shades months ago showed us that you can hit clear and sequence as long as it's on the track that you're caring about, right? Erasing, you can just hit clear and sequence and get that information off of there. Just recently, Roland has done an update where you can hit exit and undo. So exit and measure back, undo. Exit and measure forward, redo. So there are 3 things that you can do here. You can do this, exit, measure back, get the information. Well, if the information is something that you don't want, right? First practice, Shades showed us a little while ago that we can hit clear and sequence. As long as you're on the right track, you can just hit clear and sequence and get rid of that information. If you wanted that information back, you can hit exit and measure back and undo what you did with clear and sequence. You can also, if you, wrote down all of the stuff that was here and then you're like, I still didn't want it, then you can go back and hit exit and measure forward and redo the clearing. So once again, to undo some information that you don't want, you have 2 options. You can hit exit and undo, or you can hit clear, be on the right track that you need, and hit sequence. If you decide that you want that information back, you can hit exit and measure forward. And undo it. All right. Now you got that information again. At first, I was just doing this. But thanks to Shades, I learned that other way. And thanks to Roland, they put undo redo on here. So if you need to go through that again, go ahead and pull up this video or this live video once it's up, and you'll be able to do that. And I'll go ahead and put it in the description tomorrow to let everything be known what I did in each one of those live videos that I did this week. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give up the night, go lay down, and you guys have a good one. Thank you so much for everyone who has been watching these and for everyone who's been stopping by when I put them up. And we'll be a little bit more coherent from this point out. I just wanted to make sure that I got up here and I did something, because this YouTube thing could easily slip away from me. I noticed that. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow. And of course, I said the videos were coming up this week, but now I'm going to have them come up next week, because I wanted to make sure that I had these lives up here answering questions and doing things that people ask me to do, because I think those things were more important than just throwing a video up. So the live interaction sometimes is much better for people. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll be doing this at 2. And Sunday we'll be up here again at 12. I'm gonna do a couple hours and work on some music while we're up here. I'm sample. I think I showed how to sample. If I haven't shown, I'll do a live on that and show you how to sample. But we're gonna use this thing. We're gonna squeeze this thing, and we're gonna do everything we can because you can do a whole lot with it. More things than you've seen people do with it. This thing has a full-on engine in it, and it weighs 2.5 pounds, and it can do a whole lot. Right now I am talking through the vocal processor. I'm using it as a noise suppressor, de-esser, exciter, everything. This machine is worth its weight. It's worth the money that I spent on it. I'll see you guys on tomorrow. And I'm going to leave you with your song, Shades, in its infancy. I'm going to have to send you the, I might just go ahead and do a instruments only pass. And that way you can sing on it. So here we go. I'm glad that happened. So it seems like it's rushing. So let's see what's going on in here.
She had pretty green eyes with a big wide.
Let's see, where are we in the fold? 11. So let's get in here and let's move this vocal take to right about here. So what 88 is 11. So let's try that. Let's go back a little further because it sounds like it's rushing. 88. Green eyes with a big wide smile. A mother's child. She was only my friend. She had to scream. Let's see. The way that she said my name. You're a man insane. Let's go 15. Let's go 16 then. Let's see. Green eyes with a big wide smile. A mother's child. She was only my friend. She had this crazy little way that she said my name. You're a man insane. I had to give you. Now it's too late to take my love away. Cause every time I try, she just makes me stay. And I just wanna. She had pretty green eyes with a big wide smile. A mother's child. She was only my friend. She had this crazy little way that she said my name. You're a man insane. I had to give you. Now it's too late to take my
my love away. Cause every time I try, she just makes me stay. And I just wanna be friends. Now it's getting steamy and we can't go back. She said you love me and I really want that. But I don't wanna lose my friend. So I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt no more. I just can't believe that I love you like I do. And I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt no more. I just can't believe that I love you like I do. I'm staring in your face and I don't know why you're giving me a try when you can have any man. But that sparkle that I feel when I kiss your lips makes me understand why I had to give in. Now it's too late to take my love away. Cause every time I try, she just makes me stay. And I just wanna be friends. Now it's getting steamy, we can't go back. She said she loved me and I really want that. But I don't wanna lose my friend. So I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt no more. I just can't believe that I love you like I do. And I don't wanna get too close. I don't wanna hurt no more. I just can't believe that I love you like I do.
Dig if you will, the picture of your arms around me. I'ma give you more love than you ever could need tonight. We can start this thing